very good morning and welcome to the Bloomfield grounds for the T20 first semi-final. It looks a brilliant sunny day. It was rescheduled for this week. It was supposed to play the last week because of the rainy weather. It has to be rescheduled for today. So it's the 10th SINGER-MCA Super Premier League T20 tournament 2025 between Maliban Biscuits and the Hayleys. It's the first semi-final of this T20 tournament, and Maliban leading the table, and Hayleys were the fourth in the group stage in the points table. So it's the first versus the fourth. It's going to be an outstanding, incredible battle coming up with the star-studded two sides battling out to get into the finals and secure a place. Well, so far the weather looks brilliant. It's a nice outfield. It's a very quick, fast outfield here at Bloomfield grounds. And the conditions, everything's supposed to be very user-friendly for cricket. So that's the race course, and such a nice view coming up, the blue skies. So let's head back to the center with Ricky Sims, with the two skippers and the match referee for the all-important toss.
Final of the MCA Premier T20 tournament. The two teams we have for today, Sangeet Kure, the captain of Maliban, Ramesh Mendis for Hayleys, our match referee Mr. Nallaya Devarajan. Sangeet will toss the coin. Tails is the call. Tails has come down. Ramesh කාසියවාසිය ජයග්‍රහණය කරා මොනවද කරන්න සූදානම්?
මුලින් පන්දු
විශේෂ හේතුවක් තියෙනවා. දැන් සති මං හිතන්නේ දෙකකට වඩාට පස්සේ මේ T20 semi final එක ගහන්නේ.
ඔව් මේ මුලින් බෝල් කරන දේවල් ගත්තා මේ දවස් වල ඔක්කොම වටා
හිතෙන හොඳ ස්කෝර් එකක් රිස්ට්‍රික්ට් කරන්න.
140ට අඩුව කියන්න පුළුවන් හොඳ.
ෆුල් සයිඩ් ඉන්නවද අද ගේම් එකට? Good luck, Ramesh. Sangeet, if you had won the toss, what would you have done?
Yeah, we will do the same. Never expected more.
So you had to bat first. Ramesh says 140 will be a good score to chase. What do you think you should get?
I think 145, 50.
Have a full side for today's game?
I think Milan is on national duty.
Good luck for today's game, Sangeet. So there you go. Hayleys, Ramesh Mendis have won the toss and elected to bowl first.
Thank you, Ricky. So there you go. Ramesh Mendis winning the toss. And he decided to bowl first. Both teams are star-studded sides. There you can see the team cards. Maliban Biscuits, Sangeet Kure, the skipper. Dhananjay Lakshan, Dushan Hemanta, Dushan Wimukti, Ranesh Silva, Sahan Arachige, Sanu Darshika, Vishen Halambage, Banuja Sahan, Kumar, Chatura Piris, and Milinda Sirivardhana. For Hayleys, Ramesh Mendis, skipper, Kavishka Anjula, Minod Banuka, Nunidu Fernando, Sadira Samaravikrama, Trevin Matthew, Nishan Madhushka, Prabhacha Surya, Ramidu Fernando, Inuko Karanagoda, and Lahiru Samarkon. Both teams equally balanced. It's going to be an outstanding contest to come up in the next 40 overs. This is the cream of Sri Lanka cricket, playing and battling out in this all-important first semi-final in the MCA 10th edition in the year 2025. There you see the teams lining up for the final huddle before they walk into the center. So the officials for today, Sanjeeva Fernando in the center and Ranganath Prasanna. And the match referee today is Mr. Nalaya Devarajan, very experienced cricketer, old royalist. I see the batters walking in. Sanket Kure and Vishen Halambage will be the openers. Vishen Halambage, the young Peter Wright. He was playing for Pandura. He was very impressive in the T20 format in the SLC. Recently concluded tournament. He was among the runs. He's a very, very promising, dashing opener. Well, interesting to see what Ramesh Mendis will do, because the more the pace for Vishen Halambage, he loves to go after the bowling, especially with the spinners inside the power play. He will be very, very dangerous character to handle down at the middle, because he's a very aggressive opener. Interesting to see who's going to open. I have a very strong feeling that Prabhat Jayasuriya will open the bowling, or he will handle the dashing opener with him bowling with the new ball. It is going to be a tricky, tricky customer. Rightly mentioned, it's going to be Prabhat Jayasuriya will open the bowling for Hayleys. He's a very, very experienced bowler, especially with the new ball. He can bring that ball into the right-handed batters. Vastly experienced campaigner. So Sanket Kure will face the new ball, the very first ball. The left-hander, very experienced, the skipper of Maliban Biscuits, Prabhat Jayasuriya, 65 games, 157 wickets. Best bowling, 7 for 52. He has 9 5-wicket hauls. I'm really surprised. It's not going to be only the T20s, it's all formats, I suppose. Sanket Kure, very experienced cricketer, 56 matches, 1,600 plus runs. Well, look at his highest score, 193 with 3 centuries in all formats, I suppose. So here goes the first ball. Nicely flicked away towards the gap, just a single, very good start. So Vishen Halambage and Prabhat Jayasuriya. This is an interesting battle. The hard-hitting right-handed opener, the youngster with the vastly experienced campaigner, the bowler, Prabhat Jayasuriya. Vishen Halambage, 53 games, 1,100 plus runs. Look at that strike rate. That is the most important part of it. Slip in place. Bowled nice and slow. He's a very, very cunning character, Prabhat Jayasuriya, using his experience, deep mid-wicket playing plays and a long off. The only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard. Full toss, gone. Very, very casual. You can't expect to lose your first wicket in the very first over. Not the ideal delivery to grab a wicket, but at the end, the full toss, hitting the toe end of the bat, and easy catch for Prabhat Jayasuriya. Vishen Halambage departs for a duck, and Maliban 1 for 1. So Dhananjay Lakshan, the number 3 batter, walking into the crease early, very, very early. Inside the first over, losing their dangerous batter, the aggressive batter. But Hayleys picking up that crucial wicket inside the first over. Momentum is shifted to them. Dhananjay Lakshan, 80 games, 1,700 plus runs. Very good strike rate. 8 half centuries, 88 being the highest score. Very, very good batter, especially inside the power play. He loves to go downtown. He loves to go towards that cow corner mid-wicket shot. The slog sweep. 2 fielders are there in the boundary. Reverse sweep. Well, interesting to see the replay. Did it struck on the glove? This is the follow, first wicket, Vishen Halambage. Very casual shot, hitting the toe end of the bat. Easy catch for Prabhat Jayasuriya. He's off the mark. Well, I have a strong feeling that this wicket is going to hold up in the first hour. And it will settle down. That's why probably Ramesh Mendis opting to bowl first using his spinners. He's got plenty of spinners, 4 spinners in fact. Prabhat Jayasuriya, Ramesh Mendis, Ravidhu Fernando and Inuka Karannagoda. Just a single down to long on. A very, very good over. Wicket taking over. Just 3 runs coming off it. And Maliban Biscuits, they're 3 for 1 after the first over. So very good start for Hayleys. Just 3 runs off the first over and picking up that aggressive batter, Vishen Halambage. The crucial wicket. Prabhat Jayasuriya is using his experience and Ramesh Mendis into the attack. Well, there's 5 spinners. Trevin Matthews also playing in the 11. So it is going to be a very, very crucial contest with the spinners coming in the very first over. The wicket might hold up. Ramesh Mendis, 48 games. He's a very experienced bowler. Both opening bowlers are the spinners, and they are ex-Test players. One of the ex-Test player, and Prabhat Jayasuriya in the Test arena has recently got that award. And Ramesh Mendis also very good experienced bowler. 2 left-handers, that's why probably he's opting to bring the off-spinner in, slips in place. That jack backed in sharply. The quicker one. Surprised Sangeet-Kure for a moment. Quick single. That's good batting. He was very much aware that the fielders are right at the edge of the 30-yard circle, so he just tap and run. Intelligent batting because his bowling is facing the off-spinner. Tossed up delivery gone. That's the second wicket. Trying to go downtown for a very big shot. Brilliant delivery to get rid of Sangeet-Kure. Both the openers are just falling short now. Inside the second over, look at this ball. Lovely delivery. Going for a cross-batted shot and getting that outside edge. Easy catch behind the stumps. Sangeet-Kure departs for 3. And Maliban Biscuit, they're struggling. 2 wickets down for just 5 runs. Dushan Vimukti walks into the crease, the number 4 batter. Well, it is a very, very good start for Hayleys after winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Both the spinners are among the wickets tally. Prabhat Jayasuriya picking up Vishen Halambage in the very first over. In the 3rd ball itself, and the 2nd over 3rd ball, Ramesh Mendis gets a wicket. Dushan Vimukti, 28 games, 600 plus runs, 63 is the highest score, 4 half centuries in his belt. He will have to use his experience, a very good batter, very good all-rounder. Bowls a bit of off-spin and a very, very experienced cricketer. But they need that partnership. Alongside Dhananjay Lakshan, he has to be the anchor role. Milind Sirwardhan will come in next, probably. Sahan Narachi, plenty of left-handers. And Maliban Biscuit's batting lineup. He's off the mark. Shy at the stumps. Probably he would have been safely home. Well, look at his wicket. His front foot on the leg side. Going for a glorious shot. Getting that outside edge. He should have played it rather downtown, straight over the bowler's head or on the offside. Rather than going along with the spin, going for a cross-batted shot, playing across the line of a spinning delivery. Paid the price, Sangeet Kure there. Dot ball to end the 2nd over. Just 4 runs coming off it and a wicket for Ramesh Mendis. 2 overs done. Maliban Biscuits 7 for 2. So another bowling change. Trevin Matthew, the other spinner. He has experience. He played last year for Bloomfield. A very experienced bowler, playing all those leagues. 19 games, 22 wickets, 4 for 29, best bowling. Not a very good start. Wide down the leg side, Trevin Matthew. Not the ideal start he would want to be with the 2 left-handers out there. Dhananjay Lakshan opting to go for that sweep shot. 2 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. The short fine and the Sportylk fielder. Trying to go for that ramp. Well, Trevin Matthew he needs to adjust his lines and lengths. He needs to bowl outside the off stump. Quicker delivery, quick single. He's trying to bowl very quick against the left-handed batter, Dhananjay Lakshan, because the moment you toss up, he likes to go over the 30-yard circle. He's a very, very innovative batter, 360 player, Dhananjay Lakshan. They need a partnership. They can't afford to lose any more wickets inside the power play. The more you lose wickets inside the power play, you're in trouble. Wide. Well, that's way wide on the leg stump. Gets a bat on it. He just needed a tickle. That's the first boundary of the day. That's a poor delivery. Way wide outside the leg stump. And Dushan Vimukti gets a boundary. He's a little bit wayward, Trevin Matthew. Not the ideal start. Well, that took off some bite and turn. Well, he needs to identify the surface. The moment that you bowl a little slow, especially, it's a brand new wicket. And games are being played after those showers, the rain, the cover's been on for a very long time. So slight hold up. Well, there was some hesitation to go for that single. Lahiri Samarkand there at cover point, doing a very, very good stop. Almost getting a run out. The moment that you bowl a little slow on this surface, I have a feeling that it's slightly holding up. Well, good comeback. The last two balls going for dot deliveries. 6 runs coming off it, 3 done. Maliban Biscuits 13 for 2. So Ramesh will continue wrapping the pads. Oh, that's a very good shout. There's no turn, a very quick delivery. Yeah, probably missing. Umpire Sanjay Fernando deciding. And probably it's gonna miss the leg stump. Well, Ramesh Mendes has been very, very good. Ideal surface for spinners to start up proceedings. The ball's not coming on to the bat. The moment you give pace on the ball, it's coming on. Very good single. Not the ideal start for Maliban Biscuits. They've lost 2 wickets. Just 1 boundary off the bat of Dushan Vimukti. The boundaries are still striking to dry up. They need that partnership to go on. So these two batters are very much capable of that partnership. They need to hold on for a few more overs and then probably stick in. They need wickets in hand. Probably up to the 10th over and then go after the bowling, because right now the spinners are doing a very, very good job for Hayleys. Very good pack offside field for Ramesh Mendes. Quicker delivery, dot ball. A very, very crucial stage in the game, especially inside the power play. Another single. But eventually it's a very good over. Just 3 runs coming off it. 4 done. Maliban Biscuits 16 for 2. So Ramesh Mendes still continuing with spin. It's the 5th over. They've got 2 seamers, Kavishka Anjula and Lahiru Samarakone. But he's very much comfortable with the spinners. So Tevin Matthew will continue to bowl his 2nd over from the racecourse end. Well, that came in sharply. That's something new that I haven't seen from Trevin Matthew. That ball coming in towards the left-handed batter. It's probably a seam-up delivery. Yeah, very good start. That's a very good half of the 5th over. Just a single. So the spinners have kept things very, very quiet. And Maliban Biscuits, they're struggling. They're below 4 runs per over. Trying to keep things really, really interesting for the batters. Keeping it tight. Trying to make some room. There you see, that's the off spinner. He has plenty of armory, plenty of weapons in his armory. Trevin Matthew, a lot of mixture in his bag. Those the sliders, the carom balls, the off spinner. There you see that's the seam up ball that went away from the left-handed batter. That's something new that I haven't seen. Probably with there you see a pitch outside the off stump and took off like an outswinger. He needs to identify himself and come up with those kind of new stuff high up in the air. There's a fielder under it. Very good catch. Running backwards. Running behind Nishan Madhushka. And Trevin Matthew gets his first wicket. And Dushan Vimukti, very short stay. Again holding up. Very half-hearted sweep shot, trying to go over that square-leg fielder. Got the top edge. And very good running catch behind. He had to cover 20 yards at least, Nishan Madhushka. Brilliantly taken. 3rd wicket down for Maliban Biscuits. And Dushan Vimukti departs for 6. And after 5 overs, they are 17 for 3.
After putting to bat Maliban Biscuits in this first semi-final here at the Bloomfield grounds, are struggling at the moment. 5 overs done, 17 for the loss of 3 wickets as Sanuj Darshika walks in to the centre. Average of 35 after 36 games, 8 half centuries. They'll need some of those runs today, definitely. Maliban struggling a bit on this surface. They too wanted to bat first, or bowl first, in fact, if they won the toss, said Sangeet Kure at the toss. But unfortunately, Hayleys won the toss and Maliban had to bat first. The wicket was damp. There's a bit of a dampness. It has been closed for many days due to the ongoing rain. But we are glad there is bright sunshine today. Over the last 2 days, it has been good. But still, there is a bit of moisture on that surface. And it has been helping the spinners. We've seen another spinner in action now. Ravinder Fernando has been given the ball. 5 for 33, his best. So we'll see a lot of spinners. There are a couple of options for pace if needed for Hayleys. Dhananjaya Lakshan trying something unconventional, trying to go for that reverse sweep from way outside the off stump. When you're 17 for 3, that is not the best option on this kind of a surface. Totally out of character. That's just the pressure telling. Now this is much better. He'll just get a single, but more orthodox. Lahiru Samarakone and Kavish Anjula are the 2 pace bowlers that Hayleys have. But so far it has been all spin. The last wicket to fall, Dushant Hemant going for the sweep. Top edge, very good catch. Nishan Madhushka running back. That was not easy. Anything going over your shoulder or over your head, running back is never easy. He had to run a fair amount of distance to grab onto that one. So far today, Prabhat Jayasuriya, Ramesh Mendis, Trevin Matthew have done the bowling, and now they have the fourth spinner in Ravindu Fernando into the attack. Remember, they have a fifth spinner as well in Inuka Karanagoda. So lots of options to play with for Hayleys when they come to their spin bowling. They need a partnership badly. Sanuj Darshik and Dhananjay Lakshan have to put up a partnership. Try to get them to 130. At the toss, so both captains said 140, 145 will be a good score. But you just feel on this kind of surface, maybe 130 will be a good score as well. But this wicket will certainly dry out with the sun baking down. And it will improve for batting. Comes down the track. Hits it towards long off. Just a single. Good stuff. First over, just the 3 runs for Ravindu Fernando. 6 overs done, 20 for 3. So 20 for 3 after 6 overs in the power play. Not a good one for Maliban after being asked to bat first. 3 important wickets. Halambage, Sangit Kure and Dushan Hemanta all back in the pavilion. Or beg your pardon, Dushan Vimukti all back in the pavilion. They still have some batting though. Dhananjay Lakshan and Saroj Darshika out there. There is Ranesh Silva to come. Dushan Hemant, Sahana Rachike, Milinda Siruwadana. So they have the power down the order, but what they need is a partnership just to resurrect this innings. Now get some momentum into the innings. So Ramesh Mendis into his third over now. Already picked up 1 wicket, the wicket of Sangit Kure. Used the new ball and has been very effective. These two teams will battle it out once again in 2 days' time at the CCC grounds under lights in the 50-over final. It's a long overdue, more than a month now since semi-finals were being played due to various reasons, grounds availability, rain. The tournament and the finals has got delayed, but finally it's here. Scheduled to be played on the 30th at the CCC grounds under lights, a day-night game between these two teams. It's going to be a good battle, that one. Once again, slightly short. He's looking to bowl it slightly quicker. You could see not easy for shot making. Ball just holding up in the surface. There's a little bit of turn as well. When you still bowl it slower. But what Ramesh Mendis is doing is just hitting it hard into the surface. And he knows that the ball is holding up, stopping, not coming on to the bat, so shot making isn't the easiest for these two players. Runs just coming in singles. The boundaries certainly have dried up. We haven't seen many today, just one boundary if I'm correct, which is not common in T20 cricket. But the Dhananjay Lakshan can hit the long ball. Again, a jab on the offside, but they've got 5 runs off the over. Now that's much better. At least work in the singles. 7 overs done, 25 for 3. Once again with outside the off stump and worked away through the offside for yet another single. Gets a bit of bat onto it. They'll scramble through for 1. Good running between the wickets there by Dhananjay Lakshan. He was going to the danger end. Sanoj Darshika looking for that reverse sweep once again. Very lucky to get a bit of bat. If not, he would have been a BW, no doubt about it. That will be called wide. So 3 runs off the over so far. 5 of the last one, much better for Maliban. Even if they're not getting the boundaries, they need to work the singles, get something on the scoreboard. Looking to go for that big slog sweep from way outside off stump. Slowed it up. Good bowling by Ravinder Fernando. You could see just holding it up. No pace at all given to Dhananjay Lakshan. Another leading edge. Ball just turning, jumping. It's not an easy surface at all for batting. This excellent bowling though by Hayleys. Their spinners have studied the surface really well and in tandem are bowling brilliantly. Gives himself some room. Look at the turn in that one. Ravinder Fernando bowled it wider. Dhananjay Lakshan giving himself some room, going way outside the leg stump. That turned. Oh, that's brilliantly bowled. Beautifully bowled. Excellent over once again. Just the 3 runs off it, including that wide. 8 overs done, 28 for 3. So Prabhat Jayasuriya brought back into the attack. He's bowled 1 over for 3, picked up 1 wicket. Well, the first over of the innings, got rid of Halampagi, caught and bowled off a full toss. Oh, right through his legs. Just giving away that extra run. Every run counts. Important. Rayudu Samarkon there, misfielding. We haven't seen much of that today. A quicker one fired onto his pads. Chopped away on the offside. Scrambling through for another one. Every run is important here for Maliban. It doesn't matter how it comes, long as it comes. At the top edge or a leading edge. That's running down to the boundary. Stops it just inside the boundary line. They'll pick up 3 runs for that one. And then Anjay Lakshan looking to hit it through the onside. Got the outside edge. Very lucky it didn't go to hand. Nobody there. Rayudu Samarkon was very wide at short third. But gave chase and kept it down to 3. 2 runs, in fact, to beg your pardon. And that's 4. That's a welcome boundary. Poor ball by Prabhat Jayasuriya. That was short. It was turning into the left hand. Easy pickings. All he needed was to get it away from the field. And it shows a sign of relief there, Dhananjay Lakshan, after getting a boundary, because he's played so many shots. But nothing has come his way. Luck hasn't gone his way, but finally picks up a boundary. So this is a good over. 9 runs off it. 2 deliveries to come. This is probably the momentum they needed. This time a quicker one. Goes for the big one. Goes to height. Has he got the distance? Yes, he has. That's into the trees. That was much needed. Very expensive over this one. 15 runs off it. The best out of the lot so far for Maliban. Prabhat Jayasuriya conceding 15. 6 and a 4 in the over. Dhananjay Lakshan finally been able to find the boundary. 43 for 3 now. A bit of momentum coming Maliban's way. After 9 overs, you can see the most expensive there. Prabhat Jayasuriya 2 overs, 1 for 18. Ramesh Mendes 3 overs, 1 for 12. Brilliant. Trevin Matthew 2 overs, 1 for 7. Ravindra Fernando 2 overs for 6. Just the 2 extras. They've been very disciplined. So Ravindra Fernando will continue. Well, interesting there. Sano Dashika walking across his stumps. Ravindra Fernando not delivering. Just holding his pose. A bit of gamesmanship happening there. Premeditated. Does the same thing and executes it well. That's a good shot. That will be 4, I think. Stops it just inside the boundary. Will consider 2 runs. Karan Nagoda, the fielder. Take a closer look at that. I just wonder if he touched the ropes. But we don't have the referral there, so just will be given as a 2, taking the fielder's word. Good improvisation. Yes, I think that was 4 runs. But unfortunately, it will be considered only 2. They just ran only 1, unfortunately, thinking it would go down to the boundary. Going for the big one. Did he get a bit of bat on it? That's running down to the boundary. That will be 4 runs. Much needed. Given as runs, outside edge off the bat of Dhananjaya Lakshan. Wicketkeeper Minod Bhanuka not being able to get his gloves behind that one. These are all important runs. Does not matter. A quicker delivery. Hard hands. And that just flew away down to the boundary. So few boundaries coming now. 5 runs so far off the over. Once again, a quicker delivery. Fired it in. Dhananjaya Lakshan. He's looking to go through the offside. Give himself some room. Looking to go inside out. But good bowling by Ravinda Fernando. Following the batter. Not giving him that room to execute his shots. Good battle here. Run rate has moved up to 5 runs per over. They were well below 3. So this is some momentum into this innings with some firepower to come. Sanuj Darshika too has to get going now. Goes for the reverse sweep. Doesn't get hold of it. Just a single. The idea was good. But didn't middle it well. So 7 runs off the over, 1 ball to come. Important delivery here. 50 on the board for Maliban. 50 for 3. Misses out. He'll be disappointed. Dot ball to finish off. 10 overs done at the halfway mark in this innings. It's a 50 for 3.
So halfway through Maliban Biscuit's innings, they're exactly on 50 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. And after 10 overs, we are going to see some pace on the surface. Kavishka Anjula, 68 games, 81 wickets. Trying to charge down the track. He has seen that mid-off fielder inside the 30-yard circles. Probably that's why Sanuj Darshika trying to go over that fielder. Trying to take the maximum out of it. There I see, yes. Look at that head. Not watching the ball right at the end. Going for a very, very big swing. Pace off delivery. Just a single. It would have been a wide if he left it alone. Sanod Darshika is the leg cutter, pace off, especially on the surface. The moment that you give pace on, you might go out of the boundaries. Slight hold up, especially on this surface. The spinners have done a very good job for Hayleys in the first 10 overs. Captured 3 wickets inside the power play. And this gave 20 runs in the first 6 overs. So Dhananjay Rakshan, he's been very, very good today. Not the ideal strike rate, but he has struggled, but he's got 30 runs. Very valuable 30 runs for the team. Shot. That's out of here. That was pace off into the pitch. Rock back. And look at that shot. Yes, indeed, it should be a 6. Umpire's waiting for that. In fact, it's a boundary. The fielder down there. There's the off cutter, pace off. Got the meat of it. And yes, just falling short. Inches, centimeters falling short of the boundary. The mid-wicket fielder makes a huge mess out of it. That could be wide. So it's the last 10 overs. They have 7 wickets in hand. All batters can bat in Maliban. Batting 11, very, very good. Milita Siruwadana Sahanarachi Ranesh Silva to come in next. Dushan Hemantha, he can make some swing. He can go out of the park. Top edge. Well, it lands in no man. That was pace on, hurrying the batter. Dhananjay Rakshan. There I see hitting very high on the bat. It's a very, very good nippy character. Kavishka Anjula. He can be very skiddy. And he has plenty of weapons. He has that off cutter, the leg cutter. So field change coming up. The mid-off fielder going down towards long off. And the third man fielder coming inside the 30-yard circle. So probably he's going to bowl plenty of slow deliveries, pace-off balls towards Sanod Darshika, but he's a very good innovative batter. He's a very good 360 batter, Sanod Darshika. I have a strong feeling the leg cutter is coming up. He has a very wide-ish sweeper. Yeah, that's the leg cutter, wide. So 3 fielders on the offside behind square. And he's bowling that leg cutter with a deep extra cover and a long off, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg and a long on being placed. So he's going to bowl pace-off balls. The moment you give pace on, Sanod Darshika will go for the ramp. He's very good with the ramp shot. High up in there. There's a fielder under it. And nobody, the Fernando, holds on to a very, very easy, comfortable catch. And Kavishka Anjula striking in his very first over. Well, Sanod Darshika was struggling. He was just timing with those singles, didn't get boundaries. Again, cross-seam delivery, not coming onto the bat. A miscued shot falls down to the throat at long on fielder, Numanithu Fernando. So 4th wicket down. Sanod Darshika departs for 10. Maliban Biscuits 57 for 4. Susan Arachi, very experienced cricketer. Very good all-rounder, walks into the crease with 9 overs to score. So plenty of balls remaining. In fact, 55 balls. Dhananjay Lakshan striking well. So interesting passage coming up. I'd rather think 140. If they can get to 140, probably 9 to 10 runs per over from now on, it'll be ideal to get them to 140. 66 games, 2,000 plus runs, 151 not out. A very, very handy batter in the low middle order. A clean striker as well, Sahan Arachi, especially in the white ball format. There you see, nicely guiding it towards the third man region for a single. He's off the mark. 9 runs coming off it with a wicket from Kavish Kanjula's first over. This is the wicket. A miscued shot, hitting the outer part of the bat, going down right at the throat of Nuwanide Fernando at long on. Comfortably taken, easy pickings for him. He's a very good fielder. 59 for 4 after 11. So Ravindra Fernando bowling his last over, just conceding 13 runs, being very economical, but wicketless so far. With 2 left-handers in, a quick single. Sahan Arachi, very busy character. He's very quick among the wickets as well. He's been very good today, Ravindra Fernando. Though he has not captured any wickets, he's been very economical, especially in his home ground. He knows this surface. Brilliant all-rounder. And hit a very long ball as well. Yeah, that's good batting. Misfield. So far, they have been very, very good in the field, catching, ground fielding, but this time it's a really, really sloppy effort. Oh, that missed everyone. A bye is given. It's a welcome boundary. No matter what, it comes, there's extras off the bat. I have a strong feeling that just clipped the pad or the boot of somewhere of Dhananjay Lakshan. But mind you, gets a boundary. Nicely bowled, brilliantly fielded. He's a brilliant all-rounder, Ravindra Fernando. Very agile cricketer. Look at the effort. He couldn't prevent the single, but look at that effort into that rough area on the square. Yeah, nicely clipped towards the leg side. Good over. 8 runs coming off it. In fact, 9. 12 done. Maliban 68 for 4. They did have a very good start. Both openers falling very shortly in the crease. And Dhananjay Lakshan to the rescue. Number 3 batter. He's on 39. Vishan Vimukti didn't trouble the score as much, just 6 runs. So none of the batters, apart from Dhananjay Lakshan, has been really comfortable out there in the middle. But he's handling the bowlers nicely. Not the ideal strike rate, but he's among the runs. He's almost a runner ball, 38 run. So Kavish Kanjula will continue from the race course in. Pace off. Sweep shot to Sportylk. Sahanaravachi is very good on the leg side, especially with the sweep shot to the cow corner mid-wicket. And the left-hander would love that ball sailing over the mid-wicket region. He's a busy character. Dhananjay Lakshan has been very, very good. That could be wide. No, that's very quite unlucky. I had a strong feeling that pitched. Yeah. On the batter's point of view, I have a feeling that they've been really unlucky. That's way outside of that guideline. Driven nicely down the ground. Not giving much elevation for Dhananjay Lakshan to go after the bowling. He loves to swing his bat, but Kavish Kanjula bowling it very, very fuller, almost a Yorker. He got away with it. The previous ball should have been a wide, but very good half into his second over. Just 2 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Very good ball. That was pace on. Sahanaravachi trying to go for that leg cut. Got some bounce on it. This over has turning out to be an eventful one. Just 2 runs from Kavish Kanjula, who's using his experience, got a wicket in his very first over. Slight change in the field. 3rd man coming up. And even the sweeper cover is coming up, so deep's extra cover and long off being placed. Again, I have a strong feeling that he's going to bowl the off cutter. Wide outside the off stump. Yeah, definitely. That's a very good ball. Almost getting run out. It's a very risky single, Dhananjay Lakshan. He had to make a diving effort to get home. Got an inside edge. Yeah, he could have been gone. He could have been gone, definitely. Kavish Kanjula couldn't get that ball struck in the stumps. And Dhananjay Lakshan had to make a very, very big diving effort. He doesn't look, seems to be getting back, so probably, yeah, he is okay. For a moment I thought it doesn't look comfortable at all. Look at that effort. Yeah. Oh, he brushes off in that area, the rough area. Plenty of bruises in his body. What a brilliant effort, Dhananjay Lakshan. Struggling to score runs on this surface. He's been the savior for Maliban Biscuits in this innings. So Kavish Kanjula being very good today. Just 3 runs conceding in his. So these are the follow wickets. The first wicket to go. Vishen Halabha, very casual shot, hitting the toe end of the bat. Easy catch for Prabhat Jayasuriya. Gone for a duck in the very first over. And going for a very, very bad shot from Sangeet Kure. Cross-batted shot. Trying to go over mid-on, getting that outside edge. And Dushan Vimukti getting the top edge. A brilliant, brilliant fielding effort from Nishan Madhuchkar. Running back, running behind. And Nishan Vimukti was out for 6. And Sanod Darshikar, the 4th wicket to fall. Comfortably held at mid-on. Long on, rather, from Novandi Fernando. So, spinners did a very, very good job. Just 20 runs. And picked up 3 wickets inside the power play. But Dhananjay Lakshan handling the bowlers, handling Ramesh Mendis' troops very well. He's on to 39. But the strike rate wise, not the ideal, but he was the only batter who was among the runs. More than half of the runs being scored off Dhananjay Lakshan in this innings for Maliban Biscuits. Struck nicely. Just a single. Very good over in the context of the game from Kavish Kanjula. Just 4 singles. 13 done. Maliban Biscuits 72 for 4. Well, 13 overs gone. 7 overs left. 72 for 4. They need to get to 130, 140 run mark to make a match out of this game. On the surface, shorter boundaries. Novandi Fernando being introduced into the attack. 19 games, just 8 wickets. Part-time bowler. Probably because there are 2 left-handers out there in the middle. Ramesh Mendis bowled brilliantly. He has only 1 over or a couple of overs left. Ravindra Fernando is done for the day, bowled 4 overs just for 17 runs, been very economical. So they will try to target the part-time bowler, Ravindra Fernando, but he's very good. He's been bowling at SSC in the one-day format, especially in the white ball formats. Nicely placed into the gap. Just a single though. Sahanarachi locks the leg side. He loves the slog sweep. He's a very good sweep shot player. Yeah, Ravindra Fernando. They're trying to target him. Angel Lakshan trying to come down the track. Got the inside edge. Over the bowler's head. Over the long off fielder's head. That's another 6. That's a second one for Dhananjay Lakshan. Got it in as a full toss. Struck nicely right off the middle of the bat. Nicely placed. Good timing. trying to target, coming down the track again. They need that momentum. They need to shift gears. Maliban Biscuits, they need to at least get 10 runs and over in the next 6 overs. You could get to 140. 9 runs coming off his very first over, known as the Fernando. 14 done. Maliban Biscuits 81 for 4. Sportylk, the spinners have done a very good job around the Fernando. He's done for today, bowling 4 overs, just for 18 runs. Kavish Kanjula, Trevin Matthew, Ramesh Mendis and Prabhat Suri among the wickets. 1 apiece. Ramesh Mendis will continue his last over. Just conceding 13 runs so far. Into his 4th over, picked up a crucial wicket. Sangeet Kure, skipper to skipper. It's a spin-friendly wicket, especially in the first over. But I have a strong feeling that it might settle down in the run chase. Played uppishly. I see, hold up. The moment you toss the ball up, the moment you give some air, get some grip and turn on this surface. So Dhananjay, he's on 49. Well, very well bowled. Saw the batting coming down. Ramesh Mendis and bowls a very quick one. Dhananjay wanted to get back into the crease. Played up Ishley. He's gone. He should be really, really unhappy and unlucky today. He got to 49. Bowling into the pitch. There you see the off-spinner Ramesh Mendis. Got some spin. Going for a one-handed swing. And at the middle of the bat, he departs. Very unlucky. Sanjay for 49. With the strike rate of a runner ball. 2 sixes and 3 boundaries. The 5th wicket gone for 83. So Milinda Sirivardhana, very experienced cricketer. Walks into the crease with 5 overs to spell after 5 overs to play after this over. So he has a very major role to play with alongside Sahanara. 22 games, 400 plus runs, 118 the highest score. Look at that strike rate, 135. Bold. Well, what a delivery. Ramesh Mendis, the quicker one. Milinda Sirivardhana going for a pull shot. Probably went too quick at it. Completely misjudged the length. Yeah, see, going for a wild swing. No feet movement at all. A golden duck for Milinda Sirivardhana. He comes, he goes. He's on a hat trick. Ramesh Mendis. And Maliban Biscuits, they are struggling once again. 83 for 6. And Sirivardhana departs for a golden duck. So Ramesh Mendis, he's on a hat-trick. Dushan Vimukti walks into the crease, experienced cricketer. So right-hand, left-hand combination right now. 72 games, 1,800 plus runs, a very good strike rate, 121, 2 centuries. Look at an average of a number 8 batter. He's a very good all-round cricketer. He's quick, very agile. Runs the 2 kilometers below 8 minutes. Very fit cricketer, eventful over. Just 2 runs coming off it. He captured 2 wickets in his last over. And these are the 2 wickets. Dhananjay Lakshan departing 49 and Milinda Sirivardhana for a golden duck. Ends his spell. 4 overs, 14 runs, 3 wickets for Ramesh Mendis, the skipper, standing tall. And 15 done. Maliban Biscuits 83 for 6.
So Trevin Matthew will bowl his 3rd over. That's a beautifully played shot. Sanarachige just easing that through the offside, a boundary of the first ball of the over. Very important. Pressure straight away on the bowler. That was a good cricketing shot. Didn't try to hit it too hard. All he did was place it really well into the gap. The outfield now is quite quick. The bit of dampness has dried away. And you could see the ball coming onto the bat much better, you feel, at this stage. With the sun baking down now here at the Bloomfield grounds. Inside out. Has he got it into the gap? Yes, he has. Another boundary. Beautifully played by Sanarachige. Consecutive boundaries. Now this is exactly what they need. So that was a couple of boundaries to Sanarachige. Watchfully played, picks up a single. So 9 runs of 3 deliveries. Now Dushan Hemant, he can play the long ball. We definitely know that. But what is important is, well, not to give any dot balls away. Need a run every delivery from here onwards. They certainly can get to 130, no doubt about it. It will be a good fighting score. Something to bowl at. That's good batting. That's very well played. Sanarachige is striking the ball well, so give him the strike much as possible. Oh, he's dragged it on. Oh, very unfortunate. Going for that booming drive outside the off stump. Big inside edge. And onto the off stump. This is unfortunate. Sanarachige was looking so good. Just trying to probably steer through the offside. Not the full face of the bat. You could see angle batter coming down. And that was the reason for that inside edge onto the stumps. Earlier, he was looking to play much more towards that extra cover. Long off region. This time trying to play it square. And Trevin Matthew picks up his wicket. 7 down for 93. So Ranesh Silva has walked in, the wicket keeper for Maliban. He's scored runs at important intervals for Maliban in this tournament, the 50 over and the T20s. Straight away looking to go over the top, but just gets a single. Take a look at that last wicket, looking to play it much squarer this time. Gets that inside edge. "16 done, 94 for 7. So 4 more overs remaining, 24 deliveries. 6 runs over will get them to 100 and close to 120. Saves and not out. Prabhat Jayasuri inquiring. He thought he had his man there. Looking to go across the line. Take a closer look at that one. Very close to the stumps. Ooh, did it hit him outside the off stump? Marginal decision going in favor of the batter. Ran into the bowler as well. Giving himself some room, slogging it over the mid-wicket region. Coming back for 2, have to hurry. Gets in safely. Good run in between the wickets. Ranesh Silva and Dushanta Hemanta. 2 more to the total. Every run is important. Good pick up and throw. But the batter was very quick. Again, coming off the slow surface, really slow, unable to get under it. He was looking to hike it over mid-wicket. Dushan Hemanta not getting that elevation. Prabhat Jayasuri just hitting it hard into the surface, letting the surface do the rest. That looks close. Did he get a bit of bat on that one? We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Given as bat. So bit of an inside edge probably onto pad. A bit of glove on the way through. Now that's a good hit. Giving himself some room. Goes long and handsome. Much needed. That went a long way. We know Dushant Hemanta can play the long ball. Giving himself some room. And the good thing about the shot is went straight. Back to his power. Goes for another big hike on the onside. Will they come back for 2? Just a single. So 12 runs off that over. Good one for Maliban. 17 done, 106 for 7. As you see, wickets are falling at regular intervals. Top of the order, Nathan Sangit Kure and Vishen Halambagi get out early. But Dhananjay Lakshman, 49 of 49. Very good innings. Dushan Vimutuddin, there is long. Sanush Darshika gave him some support. Sanarachi gave us looking really good for his 16. Milin the Siddhavardhan out first ball. Can Ranesh Silva and Dushan Hemanta take them deep? 23 overs remaining. If they get a runner ball, they get 18, which will take them to 124. They must be looking at 10 runs per over. Can get them to 136 will be a decent score. Sangit Kuret said 145, so they won't mind getting to 135 or so from where they are at the moment or where they were before. Kavisha Anjula's 2 overs cost him 13, picked up 1 wicket. He's going to bowl the 18th. Strong offside field, short third, backward point. Sweeper cover on the boundary. Long off on the boundary. So lots of protection behind the stumps. So the man on the point, at point has gone down to the point boundary. Fine leg has come into the circle. So 4 fielders, 3 on the deep, on the offside and long on. Full toss. Doesn't connect it quite well. Should come back for 2. Comfortable at the end. But Tushan Hemantha would have wanted more out of that one. He was targeting the boundary. Ishan Madhushka has been very good in the field today. Again goes for that big hike on the onside. It was a slow delivery. Just rolling his fingers over Dushant Hemantha. Picks up a single nevertheless. So Kavish Anjula adjusting his field, getting the point field up. Square leg goes down. So he has a deep mid wicket. Fine leg going down to the boundary as well. Long on. Given as 1 over the shoulder. That was a close call. Probably very close to being called a wide. We'll take a look at that one. I thought that should have been a wide, probably. Very, very close indeed. Gets away with it, Kavish Anjula. Bowls a full toss, but doesn't get a hold of it. We come back for 2 though. 5 runs off the over so far. 2 balls to go. Important here that they get runs off this. Probably a boundary will serve them good. Flat batted and he's cleared the boundary. Good shot by Ranesh Silva. Another slow delivery by Kavish Anjula. Ranesh Silva picking that up early. And went straight. Flat batted. For a while I thought he didn't get hold of it, but had enough to clear the boundary. These are all the important runs now. 11 off the over, 1 ball to go. Getting closer to that 130 plus mark here. Maliban. The point fielder once again back on the boundary. Extra cover has come in. Extra cover goes back. 3 deep on the onside, 2 deep on the offside. Probably looking to go full and wide. Given out LBW, missing the full toss. Ranesh Silva looking to go through. Mid-wicket, missed it completely. Take a look at that one again. Did he hit him in line? He'll be disappointed with that. I thought he hit him outside the off stump or marginal, probably crashing into the off stump. Probably just in line. And Ranesh Silva has to go for 10. Important wicket for Hayleys as they lose their 8th wicket, Maliban. 117 for 8. So Manu Jasan is the new batter who is coming to bat the left-hander. But a lot depends on Dushant Hemantha where Maliban will end up. Dushant Hemantha needs to be there for the final few overs. No doubt about it. Has he got enough of it? It's in there. Falls into the gap. They'll come back for 2. And very, very, very unfortunate. He's run out the strikers and Dushant Hemantha. That was not needed. Maliban needed Dushant Hemantha to bat the 20 overs. He was the last ball of the over. Should have run the single and kept the strike. But instead coming back for the second. He's been run out at the keeper's end by a long way. Excellent throw from the boundary. 18 done, 117 for 8. So Chatur Piris, the new batter, walking in at number 11. That was the first ball of the 19th over from Prabal Jayasuriya. It was not the last ball of the last over. Two left-handers in for the final 2 overs. They would have dearly wanted Dushant Hemantha to be there for the 20th over. Unfortunately, Maliban had the opportunities, but 2 wickets of Ranesh Silva and Dushant Hemantha in that over hasn't helped their cause. Goes for the sweep. He'll pick up a single. Brings Vaniju San on to strike. Soft hands picks up 1. The current run rate has moved over 6 runs per over, which is good news for Maliban. That was that last wicket. Quick return by Sadira Samaravikrama. Right next to the stumps. Easy collection and whips off the bails. That was very important. Dushant Hemantha generally very quick in between the stumps, but unfortunately at that time things didn't go his way. So 19 done, 120 for 9. 9 extras so far. Final over coming up. Kavishka Anjula will bowl his final over. 2 for 24 of 3. It's a change in the field. He's going to bowl outside the off stump, you feel. Kavish Anjula to the left-hander. Gets it away towards the mid-wicket, just a single. 5 more deliveries left in this over. Can they get to 130? We thought that 135 was on the cards at one stage with 3 overs to go. But things haven't gone their way. Those 2 wickets of the 2 set batters was certainly disappointing. Bowling from the university end, the last over. Wide outside the off stump, gets away. Umpire deciding that was marginal. We'll take a look at that one once again. Yeah, I think that's a fair call. When it passed the batter, it was within that blue line. Just going away after it passed the batter. Can Chaturapir find the boundary? Oh, full toss. He'll be disappointed. Missed out. So the runs coming in ones at the moment. These last couple of overs, Maliban really needed somebody there who could strike and find the boundary. That's a full toss. Straight down the fielder's throat. Good catch at the end by Karan Nagoda. And Hayleys have done well to bowl out Maliban in 19.4 overs. Got the full toss. Didn't get the distance. Got the elevation. That was another good catch. The fielding has been very good from Hayleys today. They've been on the ball. They've been very disciplined. And they got their rewards. Bowling Maliban out for 122. Won a very important toss. Today Hayleys Ramesh Mendis. And he said anything below 140 will be a good score to chase. And certainly things have gone their way. Maliban were not off to a good start. Lost wickets early. Halamagi and Sangit Kure fell. Thereafter it was a struggle. They just got 20 odd runs in the first 6 overs, which certainly wasn't helpful. As you see, Sangit Kure, the skipper, out for 3. Halamagi out for naught. Dushan Vimukti went early for 6. But a good partnership. Dhananjay Lakshan 49 of 49. Sanad Daraksha put up a partnership. He made 10. Sana Ratchaki was looking good at 16. Sirivardhana came and went. Dushan Hemanta was striking it well, 15 of 9. And Ranesh Silva 10 of 7. They put some momentum into this innings, but Panuja Sahan was out for 2. The final wicket to fall. Chaturapir is unbeaten on to 9 extras in that 122. Prabhat Jayasuri 4 was 1 for 32. Ramesh Mendis 4 was 3 for 14. Outstanding. Trevin Matthew 3 overs 2 for 18. Ravinder Fernando 4 overs for 18. He was very economical. Kavish Anjula 3 for 26 at the end. Nuvinder Fernando just bowled the 1 over for 9. This was earlier on today when they won the toss. Hayleys deciding to field first on a wicket that was tricky. It was a bit sticky. The ball was holding up and it was not easy for batting. There was a bit of dampness. But they did need the surface for that first wicket. Halambagi, a full toss, hitting straight back to Prabhat Jayasuriya. That was Sangit Kure. At that time, Hayleys were really looking right on top. Dushan Vimukti got a boundary, but then fell. A good catch by Nishan Madhushka running back. That was very well taken. Dhananjay Lakshan was joined by Sanuj Darshika, and they put up a partnership. Dhananjay Lakshan looking impressive as always. Couple of big hits in his innings. Cleared the boundary twice, found the boundary 3 times, and he was the one that looked dangerous. Sanuj Darshika fell. He was out caught at long on. And then Sana Rachigi along with Dhananjay Lakshan were batting well. That was the wicket of Dhananjay Lakshan. Milinda Siriwardena came and went. First ball. Sana Rachigi played some couple of good shots there, finding the boundary twice in that over. But Trevin Matthews changing the field, putting in the extra cover. He was looking to go square and then dragged it on. This time he went straight down the ground. Dushant Hemant. That was Ranesh Silva hitting a 6 as well. Then Ranesh Silva was out LBW, looking to go across the line. Mr. Full Toss. This was an important breakthrough run out. Looking to keep the strike, looking to come back for the second. And Sadir Samarekrama did really well. That was a good throw. And the final wicket of Vanuj Sahan caught in the deep. That's how the wickets fell, and that was the innings of Maliban. 122 for 10 is what they got all out in 19.4, was at 6.20. 123 will be the target for Hayleys when they come out to bat in a short while from now. So in approximately 10 minutes, we will be back for the run chase.
යාළුවෙක් ඉන්නවා කවුද මට නම මතක නැහැ. මේ එයා සෙට් කරලා පළවෙනි අවුරුද්ද මට සෙට් කරන්න හැදුවේ. මං ඉතින් කිව්වා බොරු කියන්න ඕනේ නෑ මං මට පහ නෑ කියලා. අපරාධ කිව්වේ කියලා තියද. ඊට පස්සේ පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා කියන්නම් කියලා කිව්වලු.
ඕරේ වන්නේ නැහැ.
ඒක නෑ කේස් එක.
ටිකක් අද ඔබ කියලා කියන්නේ මෙහෙමයි ගහන්න.
මං කිව්වා. මොකද?
හැලඹේ. කැප් එක වාගේද හැලඹේ. හැලඹේ. කැප් එක වාගේද? හලා. බෝල් වල කීප් ගන්නෙ නෑ උන්.
Welcome back live for this first semi-final to the Bloomfield grounds, the 10th MCA Super Premier League T20 Tournament 2025. So Ramesh Mendis winning the toss and decided to bowl first and restricting Maliban Biscuit side for 122 runs. A very modest score in the context of a T20 game. They will have to do a very, very good job to defend this score. Well, mind you, these two teams are already qualified for the 50 over finals in a couple of days' time. It's a day-night game, but today they're battling out to secure a place in the finals on Sunday of this 10th edition of the Super Premier League T20 tournament organized by the MCA. It's a spin-friendly surface. Plenty of overs being bowled by the spinners of Hayleys. That's the target, 123 runs, almost a runner ball target for the Hayleys. They're very good in the knockout stages. It's a very, very good batting lineup. Star-studded side, both teams have an equal side, but the wicket was slightly holding up. They were struggling. Maliban Biscuits inside the first power play lost 3 wickets for just 20 runs in the first 6 overs. That's the downfall. They had to recover from there. So only Dhananjay Lakshan got 49 runs, did some rescue for the Maliban Biscuit side, and they ended up getting 122 runs and a respectable score. So Wanuja Sahan will open the bowling for Maliban, and Nishan Madhushka and Sadira Samaravicma, the two right-handers, the openers. Vanujasan, 84 games, 165 wickets, 7 for 37 is his best bowling. And very good economy as well. Below 20 is his average. Is all inclusive. This is 3-day, 2-day, 1-day T20 stats being shown. It's a very, very good, decent bowler. It doesn't spin the ball much. Nishan Madhushka, experienced campaigner, test opener. 57 games, 2,200 plus runs. And 241 is his highest score with 5 centuries. So he's off the mark in the very first ball. This first power play will be very crucial for both sides. They need to capture a few wickets, Maliban Biscuits, to get back into this game. But right now they are on the back foot. They didn't post a huge score, just 122 runs. Sadira Samaravikrama partnered to Nishan Madhushka, 100 plus games, 3,100 runs plus. And 151 is his highest score. Look at the strike rate and the average. Experienced cricketer opening the batting today. A couple of dot deliveries in the first over from Vanujasan. Loves to bowl with the new ball. Loves to wrap on the pads of the right-handed batters. Doesn't spill the ball much, especially with the new ball. Loves to angle it in towards the stumps and the pads. Sadira Samaravikrama wasn't among the runs. He's not in the perfect form, perfect time frame. Trying to make some room. He's off the mark with that sweep shot. So can he end up with a very good over in this very first over? Yeah, very good over. Just 2 runs. Been very accurate, Vanujasan, in his first over. Just 2 runs off it. Hayleys 2 for no loss after the first over. Well, that's the equation. 121 more runs in 114 balls. Well, interesting to see. It's going to be Hayleys to open the bowling. He's very nippy. He's a skiddy character with his leg spin. Will hurry the right-handed batters for sure with the new ball. Another very good all-rounder. Didn't trouble the scorers today. Got out for a duck in his very second ball. 33 games, 23 wickets, 3 for 52. Best bowling. So they need someone. 2 more leg spinners in their belt. Sanu Dashika and the very well experienced Dushan Hemanta. Lovely shot. Inside out. Says hello and welcome to Hayleys with that boundary. Sadira Samaravikrama. His textbook shot. His favorite shot, the inside out. Look at that timing. Brilliant. He's a very, very classy technique batter, Sadira Samaravikrama. Karabai straight to the fielder. Outside edge 4. They're missing the trick. Hayleys bowling very, very skiddy leg spinners that's coming on to the bat. Using the pace, not the intentional, got the outside edge. And the ball does the rest in this outfield. Yeah, 2 boundaries coming on in the first half of the over from SINGER-MCA. You can't afford to give room when you bowl inside the power play, especially. Margin for errors. That's what happened. Straight to the field again. Very pack offside field. 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. They are right at the edge, all 4 fielders. And he has a long off as well. Shot. Pulled nicely. Will it run away to the boundary? Yes, indeed. Very expensive start from SINGER-MCA. 12 runs coming off it. Look at this. That's a poor delivery. Short, Sadira using the pace into the gap. She just needed that placement over the 2 fielders behind. Square. 2 overs done. 14 for no loss. It's a bright start. 14 runs, especially in the last over. 12 runs conceded. Pace on from SINGER-MCA. Skiddy customer was coming on to the bat. Sadira Samarakran getting 3 boundaries. Dushan Vimukti, right arm off spin into the attack. 33 games, 38 wickets. 4 for 32 is best bowling. Well, it could be really interesting. 2 right-handed batters out there in the middle, with the off spinner being introduced by the skipper Sangit Kure. Especially when 2 right-handers out there. They might try and target the off spinner, Dushan Vimukti. So now the wicket is going to change. It's coming on to the bat nicely, especially with the new ball. Over extra cover. Big hit. And that's the first maximum for Hayleys off the bat of Nishan Madhushka. Foolish delivery. Wide outside the off stump. Goes inside out. Brilliant shot. Like I mentioned, they're going to target. It is the crucial time frame, especially the power play. Maliban Biscuits, they were struggling. They lost 3 wickets for 20 runs in the first 6 overs. Already, Hayleys have got 20 and another big blow. Big 6. 2 consecutive sixers. Probably not the ideal choice of bowling. The off spinner bowling against the 2 right-handed batters. Look at that. Over long off. And was struck nicely right off the middle of the bat. Well, he's in pressure now. Definitely the skipper walks into Dushan Vimukti. Probably, yeah, tap on the back. You need to go on right areas, mate. First 3 balls going for 12 runs. Now changing the angles, bowling round the wicket. Just a single. The thing is now, the wicket seems to be very much coming on to the bat. They keep on going with this momentum. It's going to be a walk in the park for the Hayleys batters. They're off to a flying start. Look at the required run rate. There's 104 balls left, 96 to get. Yeah, seems to be easy pickings for these 2 batters. Both them on double figures among the runs. Sadira needs to get some runs on his belt. And this is the ideal choice, probably. That's why the skipper, Ramesh Mendis, and the coaching staff, alongside the head coach, Samira Soisa, opting to making sure that Sadira Samaravikrama opens the innings. And they're off to a very good flying start. 15 runs coming off the previous over from Dushan Vimukti. 3 overs done, 29 for no loss. Well, Dhananjay Lakshan, he was among the runs, got 49. Very unfortunate to get out just one short of his half century. He's been introduced into the attack. He's a very, very nippy bowler who has plenty of armory. 75 games, 71 wickets, 4 for 9. His best bowling, slightly high on the economy level. But this is an ideal surface. He loves to bowl into the pitch. He bowls those slower balls, cutters, the leg cutters. He's a very experienced bowler. On any given day, Dhananjay Lakshan, ideal surface for him. There's a third man and a deep square leg being placed. So probably he's thrown the ball wicket to wicket. Yeah, very good batting. Just drop and run. The fielders are right at the edge of the circle, inside the power play especially. They're off to a very good flying start, Hayleys. 30 for no loss. And these two batters set in the platform nicely in this run chase. The two openers, Sadira alongside Nishan Madhushka. Lovely ball that came back in sharply. But Sadira dealing it nicely. He's a very experienced cricketer. He's opened the innings plenty of times. Look at that in swing. Jack back in very sharply. Kept a bit low. Watching the ball right at the end. And drop and run. These two batters, they're very experienced opening the battings for the respectable teams. Straight to the fielder. Absolutely a brilliant start for Hayleys. The 31 for no loss. Big heave towards the leg side. Gets a boundary. That was pace on. Slightly onto the leg side. A freebie for Nishan Madhushka. Whips it nicely over mid-wicket. Lovely shot. Played up. There was a man right at the boundary in the square leg region, but front of square. Lovely shot. Shot. Top edge 4. But they hurried him. There was plenty of bounce in it. Look at this ball. Yeah, that didn't come on. In fact, a slight hold up off this surface, the top edge sailing down towards fine leg. And the runs are flowing for Hayleys. 39 inside the 4th over. A brilliant start. Well, Nishan Madhushka, he seems to be in good touch. 11 runs coming off Dhananjay Lakshan's first over. 4 done. Hayleys 40 for no loss. Subhanu Jasahan into the attack. Bowled a very good over in the first over, just 2 runs. Since then, the last 3 overs, conceding 38 runs from the other bowlers. They've been very expensive. Yeah, no spin at all. Those kind of easy pickings for the batters. Very explosive at the moment, these 2 openers for Hayleys. Now Maliban Biscuits, they need to go down. They need to capture wickets to win this game, but not the looks of it. And these 2 batters handling them nicely. Especially Nishan Madhushka. His strike rate 200 exactly. 13 balls, 26 runs. So probably they need to bring in Dushan Hemantha into the attack very soon, but especially with this run score, it's not going to be easy for one bowler to restrict and defend the score. They need a few bowlers. They need someone to step up and step in and capture a few quick wickets. The wicket seems to be nicely set up now. The ball is coming onto the bat. The sun is shining out here in Colombo. And the moment that hits this surface, it settles down. But the earlier 9:45 a.m. start was holding up. It's turning sharply. Well, this is innovative. Sadira Samaravikrama was very, very comfortable with that shot. I don't know what you call it, but it's not a ramp. It is some sort of a reverse sweep, but towards the leg side. It's called probably wrong foot sweep shot. Yeah, that is good batting. This is experience. 4 followed by a single. 8 runs coming off it. 5 done. Hayleys 48 for no loss.
Five overs, 48 without loss, just testing 123 for victory. Hayleys cantering away. Experience of Nishan Madhushka, 27 of 15. Sadira Samaravikram, 21 of 15. Have really put the pressure on the Maliban bowlers. But you just feel the surface is playing much better. The ball coming onto the bat well. With the sun baking down, the wicket has dried out a bit. We had a 9:45 start. And it was a very good toss that Hayleys won. And the first 10 overs, or majority part of the 20 overs, it was difficult for batting. But as the game has progressed, it has got better and better. And now it looks much more better and comfortable for these players. Dhananjay Lakshan, 1 over 11, going to bowl his second over. Going to bowl to Sadira Samaravikram, who is on strike. Two very experienced players opening the batting, international players. In this lineup, they have the likes of Minod Bhanuka to follow, Nuno Fernando, then Kavisha Anjula and Lionel Samarakun. So much power in that batting lineup. Looking to paddle it away, doesn't make contact. And didn't be called wide as well. Gets away with it, probably just brushing something on the way. It's given as leg byes. Yes, it certainly brushed something on the way. Brings Nishan Madhushka to strike. Dhananjay Lakshan batted well, got 49 of 49 in that low scoring innings of 122. And now 50 on the board already here for Hayleys. The winner will go through to the finals to be played on the MCA grounds on Sunday the 2nd. The second semi-final will be played as well tomorrow at the MCA between CDB and Fairfirst. Looking to work it away on the offside. That doesn't make proper contact. Or they couldn't find the center part of his bat there. So there is some American Brown. Just probably coming off the surface a touch slow. These two teams will battle it out in the 50-over final as well, which will be happening in 2 days' time and under lights at the CCC grounds on the 30th. The MCA 50-over final. It's been a long while, over a month now since we had the semi-finals, but due to unavailability of venues or the CCC grounds due to the Women's World Cup and the bad weather over the last 10 days or so hasn't really helped. So Hayleys looking good and set to be in both those finals. They are in command of this game. 73 of 86. Slow delivery outside the off stump. Now that's called a wide. I thought that was a delivery that could have gone in favor of the bowler. The blue line is the guideline. Yeah, I thought that was a fair delivery. There were a couple of those in the last innings when Maliban were batting that went in favor of the bowler. Worked away on the onside. Just a single, so it's a good over though by Dhananjay Lakshan. He's been on the bunny. Because of that wide, it's going to be a 7-ball over. These two are in a very comfortable position. 10 wickets in hand. Just need to bat normally. Another dot ball. 6 overs done, 52 without loss. So 6 overs 52, the end of the first power play. We are moving on to the second power play. To be bowled. Dushan Hemantha is going to bowl now, the leg spinner. Spin was the way to go for Hayleys when they were bowling earlier on. It was all the spinners, led by Ramesh Mendes, Prabhat Jayasuriya, Ravindu Fernando, Praveen Matthew. They were all outstanding. Can Dushan Hemantha create something here? He's going to be the key. If he could get a couple of wickets, that will certainly help them slow the progress of this run chase. There you go, straight away a bit of turn. Giving it a bit of, yeah. So there is Samaravikram looking to drive. Slightly short. Just a single though. So dot ball. Going for that reverse sweep, Nishan Madhushka. You could see straight away there is some assistance for the spinners. Straight away creating some doubt in the batter's mind, Dushan Hemantha. There was a flurry of boundaries in the first 4 overs, but these last 2 overs have been much better for Maliban. Managing to pull things back a bit. That's well bowled, out caught, leading edge. Looking to work it through the onside, playing too early, Sadira Samaravikrama. And that's not on this type of a surface. The ball holding up, beautifully bowled, leading edge, and gleefully accepted. As I mentioned, he's the one they need to pick up a couple of wickets, try to induce some pressure on this Hayleys run chase. Sadira Samaravikrama departs for 23 over 22, played a good hand. First wicket down. So Vinod Bhanuka with loads of experience, tons of runs has come into bat. They need his experience to get them over the line. But a wicket here, 2 experienced players, Vinod Bhanuka and Nishan Madhushka in the centre. Wicket here certainly creates some pressure. Never know what could happen. A couple of wickets quickly and the game could change. Excellent over, just 2 runs and a wicket for Dushan Hemantha. 7 done, 54 for 1. That was that last wicket to fall. Looking to work it on the onside. Leading edge. Gleefully accepted. He's a brilliant fielder. He won't drop those. Susana Arachige into the attack. He's going to operate with his right arm off spinners. So the spinners are going to bowl in tandem now. Just at, there was a good over from Dhananjay Lakshan, the last one, but he's been replaced, knowing that the spinners are the way to go. Starts off with a single. Quicker one, slide in. Vinod Bhanuka is off the mark. Certainly these last 2 overs, the runs have dried up. Just 3 runs off that over from Dhananjay Lakshan, 2 of the last one from Dushana Hemantha. So what they need is to drive up the boundaries, stop the boundaries. That is mandatory for Maliban. Goes for the big one though. Nishan Madhushka down on one knee. And he's cleared the boundary with ease. Huge hit. Picked the length up early. Quality player. And that was effortlessly struck. So just breaks that pressure. There was, releases the pressure with that 6. Nishan Madhushka is moved to 36 of just 21. Fantastic inning so far in a low scoring affair on a bit difficult surface to bat. Showed his quality and experience. Quicker delivery. Pick up a single. So 9 runs off the over so far. Still 1 to go. That's a good over for Hayleys. 60 of 73 needed. Maliban had to bowl a few loud deliveries. Otherwise Hayleys will canter to victory. They need a couple of wickets as well. Virtually played 9 of the over, 8 down, 63 for 1. So Dushan Hemantha will continue his second over. Just outside the leg stump, the Bhanuka looking to play the reverse sweep. Risky shot against Dushan Hemantha, who's a quality bowler. Gets a single. Or Nishan Madhushka, in fact, played that reverse sweep. He got a single. Now Vinod Bhanuka is on strike. Takes it on the full, paddles it away. That's well played. That was a loose delivery. Premeditated, but effective. He was anyway looking to play the shot, and as soon as he saw the full toss, didn't try to hit it too hard. All he did was get it fast at fielder on the offside, that backward point region. So a couple of boundaries in the last 2 overs hasn't helped Maliban. Hayleys has once again got that momentum back into their innings. Goes for the big one. Makes good connection. That could be 6. So another one clears the boundary. Minod Banuka is a very powerful strike off the ball. He clear the boundary with ease. We saw what he did in the T10 final a couple of months ago at the CCC grounds under lights, where he destroyed CDB along with Lyra Samarakon. So he will be looking to try and finish this game off quickly as possible. Dushant Hemant, after a very effective first over where he picked up the wicket, has now conceded 11 in this one. Can he find a way to get another one here? If not, it's a one-way traffic for Hayleys. Just a single. But 12 runs off the over so far. Using his bottom hand really well to just to work it on the onside. 9 overs done, 76 for 1. Sana Archage continues, played over that extra cover region. Just a run though. Played late onto the offside. Sana Rachage trying to keep things down. Try to bowl a few economical overs, try to get a few dot balls in. But these two are too experienced, left and right hand combination. They're rotating the strike well, finding the boundary every over. And looking to finish this game as quickly as possible. Goes big. That's an fantastic effort by Vanuj Hassan on the boundary. We'll take a look at that one again. Keeps it down to 2. I thought that was a 6 all the way. But manages to push it back. Yes, manages to push it back over the boundary line. Again with outside the off stump, Minod Banuka rocking back. Goes for another big one. Hoik over long on. That's 6 more. Minod Banuka, he's batting brilliantly. He's hit another 6. Second 6 for him over mid-wicket. Earlier he targeted Dushmant Hemantha. This time taking on Sana Rachage. Fantastic finish to the over. Was the vehicle damaged? We'll have to wait and see. 10 overs done, 85 for 1.
So halfway through Hayleys' innings, they're off to a very, very commanding victory. 85 runs in the first 10 overs with just a fall of 1 wicket of Sadhir Samaravikrama. Hemantha will continue. High up in there. There's a fielder under it and Vishen Halabage grabs it easily. He had to come a few yards, but still very comfortably taken. And Dushan Hemantha striking in the third over, tossed up, going for a big slog sweep, got the top edge. Good running catch from Vishen Halabage. Valuable knock on the context of this run chase from Nishan Madhushka. 80 bats for 41. And Hayleys 85 for 2. The new batter walking in, Nuwanidu Fernando. Another very good batter. Plays for SSC. 61 games, 1,600 plus runs. 180 is the highest score. Very tall batter. 200s. With 1050s. Well, he needs to do the finishing touches in this run chase. Just 38 more runs needed. He needs to make sure that the run chase is continuing alongside with Minod Banuka, and that's a brilliant delivery. Sharp turn. This is the fall of the wicket. Top edge. Very good running catch from Vishen Halabage. And Dushan Hemantha picking up both wickets. Yes, suddenly now things changing. But the runs are not enough on the surface. 150 would have been an ideal score to defend. But Maliban Biscuit side, the batters failing one after the other. Making some room, he's off the mark. Well, Minod Banuka, this is the last ball. Driven nicely along the ground, he's just hobbling. Vishen Halabage shied at the stumps. But he was comfortably in. Just after that catch, he's a little thrilled out there and long on. Well, Minod Banuka, very experienced cricketer. He has been in immense occasions on situations like this. When it comes to the knockout games, he is a key performer for Hayleys. That's a lovely shot. He loves that slog sweep and making the maximum and making that over really ugly for Dushan Hemanta. The last ball going for a maximum. Look at this. Brilliant. Right off the middle of the bat. Struck nicely and firmly, sailing over mid-wicket. And that's his third six. Minod Bhanuka is dealing with sixers. 11 done. Hayleys 92 for 2. Well, another leg spinner into the attack. Sanood Darshika. He bowled a brilliant spell, picking up 4 wickets for just somewhere around 20 runs in this defendable score against BBK partnerships in the previous game. So 26 games, 24 wickets. That was, I was talking about 4 for 19, best bowling. That was the brilliant spell that won the game for Hayleys, Maliban Biscuits rather. They defended 128 runs at MCA grounds. It was the group stage game. So exactly 30 runs needed. There's plenty of time left for Hayleys batters to settle down themselves. A new bowler into the attack. Minod Bhanuka loves that slog sweep. Watch out for it, Sanoj. Yeah, there you go. Straightly attempt off the slog sweep. Got the inner part of the bat, not connecting it cleanly. Loves that mid-wicket region. Yeah, that's the slider. He's a very good bowler. Sanood Darshika. He has a mixture of weaponry in his armory. So he is a very handy bowler. There you see, what a brilliant ball. Doesn't get much bounce off it. Not a very tall leg spinner compared to Dushan Hemanta. But look at this ball. Pitched right on the middle stump, almost getting the off stump of Nuno de Fernando. Another brilliantly bowled delivery. This is good stuff. Is it too late? A little too late, probably. He's been very accurate so far. Among the wickets, Sanood Darshika troubling Nuno de Fernando. Certainly. The last 2 deliveries kept really low. Doesn't get that bounce. He's a very skiddy customer. Turns the ball much. Innovative shot. Yeah, that's how you deal. The switch hit goes for a boundary. And that's his first boundary, Nuno de Fernando. Probably thinking, enough of this nonsense. There you go. That's a lovely shot to the vacant area. 12 done. 6 runs coming off Sanood Darshika's first over. Hayleys 98 for 2. So Dushan Hemantha will bowl his last over, captured the 2 wickets that have fallen off. Has given away 22 runs in his first 3 overs. But short, that's probably that would have given a wide. But well, I'm really surprised that it was not given a wide. That's way outside the off stump. And now the umpire gives it a wide. Even the similar delivery in the previous ball. He's bowling the wrong ones against Vinod Bhanuka because he's going after Dushan Hemant, especially with that slog sweep. Yeah, full toss. Driven nicely along the ground. So that's the 100 up with that single for Hayleys. They're in a very comfortable position right now. Just 23 runs needed. It's a cakewalk in the park for the Hayleys. Plenty of balls remaining. They're 100 for 2. And especially the openers inside the power play getting runs. Sadira Samaravikrama and Nishan Madhushka. That's improvisation, innovative shot again from Nuwanithu Fernando. The inside out gets a boundary. He made sure that he got some room to play that shot and rightly pitched in full in the vacant area. Gets a boundary. That's a little slower at the end, but he gets the boundary at the last moment. Again trying to go for a switch hit. Probably struck outside the off stump. He's trying to go for that reverse switch hit again. We made some room again. His stumps were exposed. Was lucky there. Nuwanithu Fernando. He's going for that because there's only one fielder in the offside in the square. There's only cover point, no protection, so he's opted to go for that switch hit. That's high up in there. Top edge again. Sanarachi is under it. Taken comfortably. Totally unnecessary. And the last ball of Dushan Hemantha's spell, he gets another wicket. 3 wickets for him today. Tossed up, going for a big slug sweep, top edge. And Sanarachi, very good fielder. Easy catch for him. So Nuwanithu Fernando departs for 10 after 13 overs. Hayleys 104 for 3. So the skipper walks into the crease. Ramesh Mendes. He was very lucky today, won the toss, deciding to bowl first, restricting Maliban Biscuits for 122 runs. And now chasing this total quite easily. Plenty of time remaining. Just 19 runs needed for victory. They were a very, very commanding position. Ramesh Mendes, 38 games, 700 plus runs, 153 not out in a one-day game that cruised them into the finals. Very experienced cricketer, good all-rounder. He was among the wickets. In his 4 overs, he just conceded 14 runs and captured 3 wickets today. Handling his bowlers and the troops very well. So Sanav Darshika will continue. That was short, punched down the ground. Just a single. Yeah, that's the wicket of Nuwanidi Fernando. Tossed up nicely. The very last ball of his spell. He gets his man. 3 for 28 in his 4 overs. Dushan Hemanta among the wickets, slightly expensive on the context of this total to defend it, but still, he's the only bowler who has captured 3 wickets so far. Nicely bowled. Sano Darshika. Well, I have a strong feeling that the runs were not enough, especially 160. Some of the boundaries are shorter boundaries on this surface, on this ground. 160 would have been an ideal score. Anything above 150 would have been an ideal score on this surface. He's off the mark with that single down the ground. So the batters struggled. They went for big shots, especially in the power play, and didn't identify the surface. Maliban Biscuit's openers falling short in the first 2 overs. They were struggling in the power play, 20 for 3 in the first 6 overs. So since then, the only batter among the runs was Dhananjay Lakshan. He got 49. Apart from that, everyone struggled to get runs on this surface. Oh, there you go. That's the end of Minod Bhanuka. Another wicket falling. Got a casual shot. Trying to come down the track, completely misjudging the length. Got himself yorked probably. Yeah, got himself yorked. Quite interesting that stumping was his ball on the gloves. But Minod Bhanuka departs for 28. A fiery inning with 3 sixers, and Hayleys 106 for 4. So Inuka Karanakota, the youngster, walks into the crease. You just need to hang around there. Just 17 more runs needed. 70 games, 1,600 plus runs, 94 highest score. 9 half centuries. Very young cricketer. Inuka Karanakota plays for CCC. He's a very good handy all-rounder, good fielder, left-arm orthodox, all-rounder, left-handed batter. Vastly, he needs to get that vastly experience playing through these games with the experienced players. Good over. Very good over so far. A wicket taking 1, just 2 runs coming off. It's still 1 ball to go. So this is the stumping. Well, the ball was probably in the gloves' hands, in his hands, when he dislodged the stumps. Yeah, very good over. Just 2 off it and a wicket for Sanod Darshika. 14 done. Hayleys 106 for 4. So this is the stumping. Well, interesting if there was third umpire. That could have been really interesting decision coming up. But Minod Bhanuka departs 28. 106 for 4 after 14. So Wanuja Sahan again into the attack, into bowling his third over. Only 1 over spell so far, with 17 runs needed for victory. Nicely bowled, getting some sharp turn. Like I mentioned, 150 would have been an ideal score on this surface to make a match out of it, but 122 is certainly not enough. They were 85 for 1 in the first 10 overs. Nicely bowled again from Wanuja Sahan. Spin. So certainly this game is on Hayleys' hands. They will cruise along to another final in this calendar year. These two teams will play the finals of the 50 over, the 32nd MCA 50 over tournament on Thursday at the CCC grounds. That's under lights. That will be an interesting contest coming up, 50 over format. But Hayleys will cruise along with the next 16 runs of 33 deliveries. They will cruise along to another final. That will be on Sunday, the T20, the 10th edition of the MCA T20 tournament. Wrap on the pad, struck outside the line. Definitely outside the line. There is the umpire mentioning impact outside. Yeah, hitting outside the line for sure. Definitely very good decision by the umpire. So the second semi-final will be at MCA grounds tomorrow. CDB will take on Fairfirst Insurance. In the second semi-final, the teams played second and third. I was really surprised. That was really close to the stumps. The umpire not giving away wide. So he's struggling, Inuka Karanagoda. He's faced 5 deliveries. Very good over. Just a single of it. And 15 done. Hayleys 107 for 4.
Just 16 runs are needed. Cakewalk at the moment. 4 wickets down. Inuka Karanagoda still to open his account. Ramesh Mendis, the skipper, is there. 30 deliveries left. But you never know. Another wicket here. And a few dot balls. There would be a few jitters. Because the experienced hands, Sadira Samaravikraman, Nishan, Madhushka, Minod, Bhanuka, are all back in the hut. I was surprised that Sanuj Dalshika didn't bowl earlier. Probably he had the option of starting off with Sanuj Dalshika, which wasn't used. Because he's been bowling exceptionally well over the last couple of months for Maliban in the 50 over format, in the T20 format. Looking to drive through there offside, just a single. So Ramesh Mendis will play quietly, pushing again to the offside. The throw comes in. No overthrows exceeded. Just 3 runs of the first 3 deliveries. That's all they need. Run a ball and it will be done and dusted. Karanagoda has been handy with the bat from Maliban. Also playing his cricket for CCC. He's done an excellent job in the middle order, scored important runs. We saw the other day in the under-23 final as well, playing a handy knock coming down the order. Supporting his captain. More in for the team for his bowling, though didn't bowl today. So used as that all-round option. Sanat Tashika bowling very good lines and lengths. He's been one of the main bowlers for Maliban in this tournament and in the 50 over as well. Looking to drive, doesn't time it as sweetly. 16 done, 112 for 4. Quickish delivery, looking to push it through the offside. Goes for the big one. That's 6. Ramesh Mendis. It was in the slot. Sana Rachige hasn't been the most effective today. Spinners have bowled tremendously well, but you just feel that Sana Rachige has just bowled slightly too quick. And he's disappeared. He's been hit for a couple of boundaries or sixers in this innings. Another one short. And another one into the gap, and that's 4 more. Ramesh Mendis looking to finish the things off. There's 1 run away from victory now. 2 balls, and the match is done and dusted. Very effective. The first one in the slot, this one too short. So just 1 run away from a win and a place in the finals to be played on Sunday, the 2nd of September. Second of November, beg your pardon. This match is the Mercantile A division started in September and we have moved into November. Finishes it off in grand style. Ramesh Mendis has had a brilliant game with the ball and now with the bat, showing his all-round skills. Just coming down the track and hoiking it straight over the bowler's head. 14 of that over, 16 of that over, 4 deliveries. Sana Rachige, very expensive. And they won with 19 deliveries remaining, 6 wickets in hand. Hayleys cement the place in the finals to be played on the 2nd of November at the MCA grounds. They'll take on the winners of tomorrow's semi-final between CDB and Fairfax Insurance. That will be played at the MCA grounds tomorrow morning. And we'll wait and see who will go through to the finals. But before that, Hayleys has another game. They'll be playing this very team, Maliban, in the 50-over final, which is a day-night at the CCC grounds on the 30th, 2 days from now. That's going to be a really entertaining game. So very happy camp at the Hayleys. It's been a while, and they've managed to come together to spring up a very good victory, well led by, of course, Ramesh Mendis, leading from the front, winning the toss, opening the bowling, picking up wickets, accurate, and now scoring runs, 20 of 11 to be unbeaten and finish off the game. So easily the play of the match for today, Ramesh Mendis for me in this game. Solid performance. Take a look at the scorecard. Nishan Madhuska 41 of 28, 3 sixes, 2 fours, solid performance. Aditya Samarekram 23 of 22. They put up a very good opening stand. Munot Banuka 28 of 18 runs scrimmed. Kekli Noonatha Fernando 10 of 12. Everybody contributing, and Ramesh Mendis 20 not out along with Karnagula on 3. Bowling Vanujusan 3 overs for 11 runs. Vishen Alambage was expensive. Dushan Vimukti was expensive. Dhananjay Lakshan 2 overs for 14. Dushan Hemanta the pick 3 for 28 of his 4. Sana Ratchage was expensive today. But Sanush Dashka 3 overs 1 for 13. He was very economical and outstanding with the ball. You just feel some of those bowling changes could have been a bit better. Take a look at the run chase. They started off with Sadhira Samaravikrama and Nishan Madhushka, and they got going early. Played some very good shots. Had their luck, but two experienced players coming together, and they batted really well in that power play. Just using the pace, going up and over the infield, and the wicket, of course, played much better. Once it dried down, the ball was coming onto the bat much better. Some good batting in the start, trying to be innovative as well as Hadira Samaravikrama picking up the boundary. Antival is out, caught and bowled by Dushant Hemanta. Easy catch to the bowler. Vinod Banuka joined him, and Nishan Madhushka continued to play his shots. And they found the boundary every over, some big hits. A few sixers in that middle period. Vinod Banuka using his power, using the short boundaries. And this was that wicket to fall of Nishan Madhushka, caught by Halabage. Vinod Banuka continued on his merry way. Noonatha Fernando joined him. They put up a brief partnership as well. And things were looking really good for Hayleys. Noonatha Fernando trying to go for the slog sweep. Was out caught. Vinod Banuka departed soon after. But then Ramesh Mendis finishing off in a flurry. 6-4-6 expensive over of Sana Ratchage, going straight as a dice to finish off the game in style. And a win for Hayleys. They go through to the finals to be played on the 2nd of November at the MCA grounds. They will take on either CDB or Fair First Insurance. There you go, the summary. Maliban were bowled out for 122, and Hayleys finally winning by 6 wickets. We will be back tomorrow as well with the second semi-final at the MCA grounds. That will be CDB versus Fair First, as I mentioned, and the winner will take on Hayleys on Sunday. Until then, it's a goodbye.